Hello, Western Oregon sports fans, and welcome to this recap edition of Wolves Weekly. I'm your host, Danny Barnes, and joining me in the studio today, we have head women's basketball coach Greg Bruce. How are you doing today, Coach?
Pretty good, Danny. Thanks.
Fantastic. Probably pretty good coming off a pair of GNAC wins to start off conference play. Got to host Central Washington, Northwest Nazarene, and walked away with a pair of victories right there.
Doesn't get any better than that, Danny. It was really a welcome week, and we've been grinding hard in practices. The girls are still working hard, and it was nice to see that all their hard work and efforts came into a positive result.
And really, both these games kind of played out in a similar fashion. You guys played very good defense. Were able to get on them a little bit early to give yourself a little cushion then, even though it became a fight in a little later. And your seniors played well. Your two seniors, Jade Haas and Riley Peterson, played very well in both games.
Yeah, no question about that. Riley had two double-doubles, led us in scoring both games, and had 15 and 12 rebounds, I believe, and also 8 block shots. Jade Haas was kind of electric in the open court this weekend, and so happy for her because last year, she kind of struggled a little bit with her game and confidence, and now she's kind of put it all together, and she makes that mid-range jumper now, and she can take the ball to the basket with anybody in our conference. And they led us in scoring, but the defense, I think, is one of the areas that we really muscled out over those two games.
So let's talk about that defense and how it came through for you, especially early against Central Washington.
Yeah, I think it was like 24-7 at one point, and we've got a freshman Amber Reed playing one wing and Jade Haas is playing the other wing, and I think it's early yet, but I think they may be the two best wing defenders in our league. I did some stats over the weekend, and the 4 wings that we had to guard against over this weekend came in averaging over 40 points between them. They left here with 19 total points, which is under 5 per person, and they shot 3 for 32 from the field. So that pressure on the wing and with Lori and Elise Miller putting pressure at the point really helps us in the post as well. So it was a great team effort defensively.
Well, fantastic there. And we just want to make a mention as you guys got the win over there against Central Washington. Jade Haas scored 23 points. Riley, 21 points and 15 boards. It was very impressive, and something you've done really all season was control those boards, and you didn't let up this weekend at all.
Yeah, Dan, we had 4 things we really wanted to do this year as it started. Number 1, we wanted to be able to make shots, and our shooting percentage is way up from where it has been in the past. Number 2, we wanted to be able to put pressure on the ball, and I think that's evident with the fact that we're holding people down in their field goal percentage defense. And we wanted to lower our turnovers, which is still a work in progress. But rebounding, since the Oregon State game, I believe we out-rebounded 7 straight teams, which is kudos to our team because we're not real big.
Fantastic. And then you guys had the opportunity to host Northwest Nazarene again. Got the 57-46 win over them. Held them below 50 points. Always a big deal because we got to see them play here in that GNAC CCA challenge, and they could put up some points.
They've got some offensive weapons, Danny. They really do. And we got a big lead in that game as well, and then they came back and took the lead right before the end of the half, which was a little cause for concern there. But our girls, we talked about it at halftime. We got back on the defensive wagon there to start the second half. They only scored 19 second half points with Brianna King and Luke and Hingston. Those are 3 really good players. So our kids did a great job team defensively.
And as you talked about the defense right there, want to make sure we just give a shout out really quickly to Jade Haas, the one that you talked about being one of the better wing defenders. Jade Haas was actually named the GNAC Player of the Week. Came through, had 40 points combined in those 2 games, along with 11 rebounds, and really, like you said, was just a spark for you in the open court. Got you some easy baskets that you can get in basketball there.
Well, that's why our shooting percentage is up, and one reason is because Jade is getting some easy shots in the break. And my favorite one all weekend, though, was the one underneath the basket against Northwest Nazarene late in the second half where 3 taller players were around her. She corralled a rebound, went right straight back up amongst 3 kids and just muscled in a layup, which that's a tremendous growth in Jade's game, and it was great to see.
Fantastic. And we talked about right there, we know that these were 2 conference games that you guys just went through. However, there's a little hiatus in here where you guys will be off, won't play another conference game until the last weekend in the month. But, Coach, we're going to get an opportunity to talk to you as you guys will make a journey down south this weekend to play Humboldt State. We'll have an opportunity to come back and talk about that one on the preview edition of Wolves Weekly. So I just want to say thanks for coming to the studio today, Coach, and thank you all for watching this edition of Wolves Weekly.